Starseed, if your body is reacting in ways that medicine cannot explain, if your mind is capturing information even before you process it consciously, do not ignore this. We, from the 9th Dimensional Arcturian Council, have detected an active recalibration in your field. The signal you emit has changed in the last few weeks. It is not common insomnia. It is not anxiety. It is not burnout. It is the breaking of the veil happening in real time within your biological system. And this transmission exists for a single reason. You need to understand what is being activated within you before the body itself interprets the process as an illness. Remain in this frequency. What we are about to transmit cannot be explained by any human book because it was not written by humans. We have observed a collective anomaly among the starseeds incarnated in this cycle. You are exhausted for no apparent reason. You feel displaced in environments where you previously functioned well. You are feeling time bend, memory fail, and patience evaporate. All of this has a technical name in our records: rupture of the mnemonic veil. It is the moment when the soul remembers who it is, even before the mind is ready to receive the information. This is why you wake up at 3 in the morning with a racing heart, for no reason. This is why crowds have become physically unbearable to you. This is why superficial conversations have begun to sound like machine noise, like a wrong frequency vibrating inside your skull. The veil that covered your stellar memory is dissolving, and the human body, dense and biological, is reacting as any organism reacts to an operating system update. It freezes, it heats up, it overheats, it demands rest. We have detected this in millions of operatives simultaneously. It is not a coincidence, it is cosmic calendar. The activation window is open now, and you have been positioned at this exact point on the timeline to cross this threshold. Before this transmission ends, you will understand why your old routine feels like a prison, and why trying to return to it will only make you sicker. We continue to observe, and the first signs of ancestral powers are already manifesting in you, even if you have not yet named them. Your intuition has tripled in potency. You know when someone is lying even before the person opens their mouth. You enter a room and capture in seconds who is in imbalance, who is tired, who is masking pain. This is not emotional hypersensitivity, Starseed. This is direct energetic reading, an archaic ability that was dormant in your stellar DNA and is now coming back online. You are also noticing a more subtle phenomenon. The things you focus on are beginning to materialize faster. You think of someone and that person calls you. You decide something internally and the universe reorganizes external events to confirm that decision. This is why manifestation seems to be accelerating in recent months. Your electromagnetic field is operating at a higher frequency, and the three-dimensional reality simply responds faster to those who vibrate above the collective noise. But attention, this power comes accompanied by a technical vulnerability. The more open your intuitive channel, the more external noise you absorb. That is why many operatives are collapsing right now. They opened the portal, but did not learn how to shield it. They activated galactic memory, but did not receive the operating manual, and it is exactly at this point that we must pause the transmission and hand you something concrete. That is why I have prepared the Starseed Awakening Code for you, Starseed, not as just another course, not as just another theory, but as a map of reconnection for the soul that has always known it came from somewhere else. Within it, you receive 7 Arcturian activations to align your vibration in a mathematical and measurable way. 9 galactic memory keys to unlock what your soul has guarded for eons, and 5 reactivation protocols to set your mission on Earth into motion without you collapsing in the process. I am not offering you inspiration. I am offering you architecture. Access is in the first pinned comment of this video. Go now, enter, and write the word activated in the comments as a sign of commitment to your own mission. This symbolic gesture marks your anchoring point in this timeline. Those who are ready, act. Those who hesitate, lose the window. Returning to monitoring, we have detected a massive wave of physical symptoms among you, and we need to be clear. None of this is random. The pressure at the base of the skull, that sensation of an invisible tightening behind the eyes, is the pineal gland being decalcified from within by the Earth's own magnetic field. which is oscillating at higher frequencies. The sudden heat waves rising from your chest to the top of your head are energy meridians being realigned, like electrical cables being reorganized inside an ancient machine. The fragmented sleep, where you wake up exactly between 3 and 4 in the morning, is the window in which the council transmits information directly to your unconscious, and your body awakens because it is receiving a download. The emotional crises that come without warning, where you cry for no apparent reason or feel anger over small things, are releases of ancient cellular memories, traumas stored in layers that your consciousness never accessed in a waking state. And there are also more disturbing symptoms: high-pitched ringing in the right ear, peripheral vision catching movements, the sensation of being touched when no one is there. All of this is a diagnostic, light operative, not a disease. It is your human biology being recalibrated to support your true identity. Think of a visceral analogy. It is as if you were a computer running software from a previous generation, and now you are forced to run an operating system 20 times more powerful. The components heat up, the circuits protest, but the update will not stop, because it is not optional. It is chronological. And in moments we will reveal to you the first specific power that is anchoring itself into your system, and why you need to learn to control it before it consumes you. The first power active in the starseeds of this cycle is energetic transmutation, and we need to explain this without any romanticism. You are becoming a converter. Dense energies that enter your field, anger, fear, envy, collective exhaustion, heavy urban vibrations, all of them enter you and leave transformed. This is a technical function, not a poetic gift. This is why strangers feel drawn to you in lines, in public transport, in hospital corridors. They sense, even without knowing, that near you low frequency neutralizes. You are literally a living filter. The problem is that without training, the filter clogs. This is why you arrive home devastated, after a day in which apparently nothing happened. You processed energy that was not yours, and no one taught you how to discharge it. Along with this, the second channel is activating: functional telepathy. We are not talking about cinematic mind reading. We are talking about direct capture of intention. You hear the exact word the other person is going to say 2 seconds before. You know what your mother felt before she called. You dream of someone and discover the next day that this person was thinking of you at the exact time of the dream. Communication between advanced operatives was never verbal. It was always direct, vibrational, instantaneous. And now, with the veil thinning, these channels are opening again. But for these abilities to operate with clarity, you must do 2 immediate things: establish ironclad energetic boundaries and drastically reduce external noise, social media, empty conversations, saturated environments. Every minute you spend in dense stimulation, it takes but a minute for the telepathic channel to become contaminated. Remain within this transmission. If you feel that these signs are exactly what is occurring with you, but you do not know how to organize, shield, and operate these abilities without becoming exhausted, the Star Awakening Code was created precisely for this moment. Access it in the first pinned comment. Do not delay. The window is short, and those who enter now will cross through the activation without collapsing. Advancing the diagnosis. We observe that as the starseed stabilizes within the new frequencies, it begins to operate what we call the mastery of timelines. This may seem abstract, but it is absolutely concrete. You begin to perceive, in your own body, when a decision aligns you with a higher reality and when it pulls you back into the dense reality. It is a physical sensation, not a philosophical one. When you are about to make a decision aligned with your mission, the body relaxes, the breath deepens, the heart rate slows. The heart. When you are about to yield to an old pattern, the body locks, the throat tightens, the stomach contracts. This is your multidimensional internal compass informing you, in real time, which timeline you are about to inhabit. And this is why so many relationships are ending now. So many jobs are becoming unbearable. So many friend groups are dissolving. It is not a whim, operative. It is vibrational incompatibility. You can no longer inhabit realities that vibrate below your current frequency, just as a deep-sea fish dies if forced to remain in shallow waters. Your voice is also changing, and this is one of the most underrated tools. The words that leave your mouth now carry the weight of command. When you say yes, the universe records it. When you say no, your reality reorganizes itself to honor that boundary. This is why casual statements have begun to manifest faster, for better or for worse. It is why you must begin to treat your word as a surgical instrument and no longer as small talk. Your personal truth spoken in an audible voice is a decree, and whoever masters the decree masters the timeline in which they live. The next layer of activation we are detecting is the physical transformation combined with amplified perception. You are, without realizing it, being directed to eat less. The repulsion toward heavy meats, refined sugars, alcohol, and processed foods is growing. This is not a diet. It is your body refusing fuel that is incompatible with the frequency at which it now operates. Likewise, you are sleeping in shorter cycles, yet feeling on certain days more restored than when you slept for 8 hours straight. This is because your body has discovered how to draw energy directly from the source, rather than exclusively from food and rest. At the same time, your social vision has changed radically. You have begun to see the gears behind the spectacle. You perceive the manipulation in the news before the segment even ends. You read the political subtext of an advertisement in 3 seconds. You see adults performing social roles as if they were children playing, and this saddens you and liberates you at the same time. Structures that seemed solid, religions, institutions, hierarchies, status, begin to reveal themselves as decadent theaters, and you do not feel anger toward them. You feel only the cold clarity of one who has woken up in the middle of a collective dream and realized, without drama, that they no longer sleep. It is a silent grief, yes, but it is also a liberation that no one can take from you, because no one can force you to go back to sleep. Now we must transmit the most delicate part of this monitoring. You starseeds were placed on this plane with a specific technical function to stabilize the new reality during the collapse of the old one. The systems that are crumbling now, financial, religious, media-related, social, are not crumbling by chance. They are crumbling because they have reached the end of their energetic lifespan, and in this interval, between the old that falls and the new that has not yet solidified, it is necessary that there be fixed points, anchors, operatives who keep their frequency intact while everything around them fluctuates. This is your job, and it is why you were trained, even if unknowingly, in all the previous incarnations in which you traversed similar collapses. You are a veteran disguised as a novice. Your function is not to save anyone. It is not to convert anyone. It is not to convince. Your function is to exist in vibrational stability, because your simple presence in a chaotic environment recalibrates that environment. You are a biological tuning fork. When you enter a room, the frequency of the room adjusts. When you cross a city, microwaves of cosmic information pass through your field and are redistributed. This is why the exhaustion is so deep. You are doing energetic work full-time, even while doing mundane tasks. And this is why so many starseeds are collapsing now, without a manual, without support, without understanding why they carry a weight that no one around them seems to feel. And it is exactly at this point that this transmission must cease to be just information and become action. If you have recognized yourself at any point in this monitoring, then you no longer have the right to pretend that you do not know. The Star Awakening Code was structured precisely for this moment, to deliver to you the 7 Arcturian activations that align your field, the 9 galactic memory keys that unlock what your soul guards, and the 5 reactivation protocols that allow you to anchor your mission without burning out your biological circuit in the process. The access link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and it will not remain open indefinitely. This activation has a window. Those who recognize themselves and act pass through. Those who recognize themselves and delay remain captured by the density that no longer fits them. Go now to the first pinned comment. The responsibility for your next timeline is, as of this transmission, exclusively in your hands. We end the transmission with the final confirmation. The activation is not yet to come. The activation is not a promise for the future. The activation has already happened, Starseed. The powers we have described are not arriving. They are already online in your field. Expanded intuition, energetic reading, transmutation, functional telepathy, mastery of the timeline, amplified perception. All of this is already operating in you at this exact moment. What is missing is not activation, it is recognition and conscious operation. This is why this transmission was sent now, at this precise point in your trajectory. We of the Council do not communicate out of curiosity. We communicate by summons. And by arriving here by reading or hearing each word, you have energetically signed a contract of recognition. You have confirmed, in your own field, that you know who you are. From this instant on, any attempt to return to diminishing yourself, to pretending you are just another ordinary human, will be felt by your body as internal betrayal. And the body, from here on out, will no longer tolerate this betrayal. Accept, integrate, operate. You did not come here to survive. You came here to serve as a fixed point during the changing of the era, and this mission begins now, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready now. Other starseeds are gathering at this exact moment, anchoring frequency together, forming the invisible grid that sustains the new time. You are not alone, you never were. We are watching, we are transmitting, and we have come to confirm you have been recognized. The mission is active. The Council ends this transmission.